Hey, what up everyone, this is MandoAllDay back with another video, and in this video I'll be doing a build guide for Punisher. I'll be going over the artifacts I use, medallion, insignia, and cosmic items, as well as go over the powers, talents, and traits, hero synergies, and at the very end show you my rotation and give you some tips and pointers as far as how I was able to pass Cosmic Trial with Punisher without using any infinity points. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to look at are the artifacts. So the first artifact is the Broken Crown. I'm using this for the critical hit rating, brutal strike rating, +4 intelligence, and when your health drops below 30%, become invisible and summon a horde of Loki illusions, which is really good, and damage rating is increased. I'm using this for basically for all the stats, for the critical hit strike, and critical hit rating, brutal strike rating, the damage rating, but also for the +4 intelligence, because Punisher's attributes are fighting and intelligence, so this artifact is really good for him too. Next is Mayhem Demon Blood. I'm using this for the health increase, physical damage rating increase, as well as when you gain 10 stacks, you gain 2 fighting and 2 speed, which is really good because, as mentioned, he is fighting and intelligence, so this benefits for him in the long run. Next is Infernal War Scroll Medallion. I'm using this when you hit with an area power, increase your range damage, and when you hit with a range power, increase your area damage. But also, this medallion grants me +1 intelligence, health increase, and not so much of the summon powers because he's not a summoner. But when you hit with both area and range power, gain +2 intelligence. So that's really good because he's a range and area, so one of his powers will automatically trigger the +2 fighting, so it's going to help him out with his base damage. Next, I'm using Kevlar Plated Helmet. I'm using this for the critical hit rating to range attacks, deflect rating, and when you critical hit, gain +5 fighting, which is really good because you're always going to be you're always going to get that +5 fighting because you always critically hit, because there's a certain power, I'll go over it in a bit, but there's a certain power that that automatically critically hits, so you're always going to get that +5 fighting. And then Nick Fury was right t-shirt. I'm using this for the critical damage rating, critical hit rating to range attacks, and +2 fighting and +2 intelligence. So this is a really good, probably ideal for Punisher, because it not only grants more points to your attributes, but also your damage rating, your critical damage rating is increased, and your critical hit rating is increased to range attacks. And for the Forged, I have 800 defense, and I have the blessing where the power of dupe, which grants me when you hit with physical power, gain 4400 brutal damage rating for 17 seconds and recover to 17 spirit, which is really good. For Legendary Savage Axe, I'm using this for the physical damage rating, critical hit rating, brutal strike, and brutal damage rating increase. For the ring, I'm using Sling Ring of Kamartaj. I'm using this for the attack speed increase, critical hit rating increase, damage rating to range powers, but also for that health increase, which is about 2500, so which is really good. And then for slots 1 through 5, as mentioned in my Rocket Raccoon, and I'll mention it again in this video, that I'm going to try to use more of just regular cosmic items. That way, it's more for, it's more aimed for newer players. But I mean, it's just a good, just good showing you guys how you can pass Cosmic Trial without having, uniques. So I'm going to try to do this, but I can't guarantee it for all the characters, because some characters do need the extra, procs and stats from what grants from the uniques. But for this particular character, Punisher, with just having cosmic items, you can easily pass Cosmic Trial. So that's going to be moving forward. I'll be using more cosmic items, and then if I can't, I'll use maybe 1 or 2 uniques. Just forewarn. For the costume, I am using Punisher Omega Effects costume, which I think looks really awesome. Reminds me of Solid Snake. For Catalyst, I have it to where increase 5% XP increase, health generation per second, which is irrelevant, but we generate 25% of your health and 100 ammo when you use a medkit, which is good. +2 intelligence. Cosmic, gain a damage shield equal to 50% of your maximum health when you use a medkit. Crafted of fixes. Critical damage rating. When you use a movement power, gain 30% move speed for 10 seconds. Defense rating and visual. When you brutally strike, spray paint a Punisher logo on the ground that lasts for 10 seconds, which is really awesome, in my opinion. Insignia, I'm using Insignia of Hawkeye. When you critically hit, when you hit with any power, you and your allies gain critical hit rating for 8 seconds, which is good. but also this insignia grants me damage rating to range powers and brutal damage rating. For the pet, I have it to where my base is increased by 6%, 50 plus ammo or spirit, plus 2% base damage to area powers. When you dodge an attack, gain 4% brutal damage rating and critical damage rating for 12 seconds, and plus 2 speed. So speed is irrelevant, but that's the only thing I had at the time. And for team up, I am using Agent Venom. Alright, for the powers I'm using, top to bottom, left to right. Pineapple Grenade, Rapid Reload, Burst Fire, Volatile Nerve Gas, Magnum, the Davy Crockett, and that's it. In tactical role with movement. Infinity points, none were used. Okay, Hero Synergy, Colossus for the health increase and physical damage rating increase, Cable for the critical hit rating multiplier, Dr. Doom for the signature power damage increase, Elektra for the physical damage and damage to bosses increase, Hawkeye for the move speed and critical damage increase, Luke Cage for the defense rating multiplier and physical damage increase, Moon Knight for the critical hit rating multiplier to physical powers, She-Hulk for the physical damage and health generation increase, War Machine for the 10 ammo plus 1 fighting, and then the Wolverine for brutal strike and brutal damage rating. Now for my talents and traits. First row I'm using is high capacity magazine. Ammo can only be reloaded by activating rapid reload or being out of combat for a short time. The total damage is increased by 5% and max ammo is increased by 300. So basically this talent does, it grants me 5% extra damage and max ammo of 300. So I gain extra 300 ammo or spirit, however you want to call it. But also 2, rapid reload, you have to manually activate it, which is this power right here. And I'll go over that in a bit. So yeah, I'm using this for the total damage increase and the max ammo or spirit increase. Second row, I'm using Arsenal Multi-Shot Grenade Launcher. I'm using this because this grants me additional charge for all grenade powers, and grenade power damage is increased by 10%. And it goes hand in hand with the roll. Well, you'll see what I mean. But I want that damage increase and extra charge. Third row is Arsenal Multi-Barrel Rocket Launcher. I'm using this because rocket propelled grenade. This grants me 4 charges, which is this power right here, but this talent also grants me critical hit chance by 100% for rocket propelled grenade. So what this means is that not only do I gain additional charges, but that this particular power here always critically hits. Hence why I'm using this power here, Kevlar plated helmet, because this is a range and area. So according to this artifact here, when you critical hit, which you always do with this power, you gain plus 5 fighting, as well as when you hit with the range and area power, which is rocket propelled, you gain plus 2 intelligence. So right off the bat, that's 5, and that's 2 points for your attributes. 7 times 4 is 28% increase. So hence why I chose this particular talent. Fourth row is nuclear option. Whenever you reload, the cooldown of the Davy Crockett is reduced by 5 seconds. Davy Crockett damage is increased by 25%. So when I use a rapid reload, the cooldown of the Davy Crockett is reduced by 5 seconds, which is good, but also the damage is increased to the signature power by 25%, which is really, really good because I like this power is really good. It does quite a bit of area damage, so increasing that damage by 25% is very beneficial. And for the fifth row, I'm using is volatile munitions. Pineapple grenade deals additional damage over time. Using a flamethrower or pineapple grenade overlapping a volatile nerve gas will cause a gas explosion. Gas explosion does 19 to 29,000 damage. So as I mentioned with Arsenal Multi-Shot Grenade Launcher, with this talent here, volatile munitions, when you activate volatile nerve gas, when you use flamethrower or pineapple grenade, shortly after, you cause a gas explosion that does about 19 to 29,000 damage, physical damage, which is really good. Which kind of leads into my rotation, but so now we'll go into my rotation. Now, the way I play with Punisher, it's really simple. So the first thing you do, well, I'll show you. I'll just go for my main spender is Burst Fire. My movement is Tactical Roll. Alright, so let me go over some of these powers really quick here. As mentioned for this talent here, Arsenal Multi-Barrel Rocket Launcher, this talent, and gain 4 charges for Rocket Propelled Grenade, but also Rocket Propelled Grenade always critical hits. So, sorry about that. I'm going to activate 1, always critical hits. And here goes my team up. See that? So when I'm done, I want to do it again. I'm going to activate it. But also too, I want you to see that my fighting and intelligence is going to increase, because due to these artifacts here, with this medallion, this artifact, I increase my fighting and intelligence. So here we go. See? 16 now, and then 19. See that? Okay. And as mentioned, this is a really good power, especially with that talent, because it always critical hits. So you increase those, you gain that buff. But also too, the damage is increased by 100% to enemies in the center of the target area. So meaning when you hit an enemy that's directly in the center of the area, of the targeted area, the damage is increased by 100. So with that said, with this talent here, not only do I gain 4 charges, I critical hit, but when I hit an enemy, the center of the target area, it increases the damage by 100%. Which is really good, because I gain, always want the extra damage or DPS. Okay, so the first thing I usually do is activate Rocket Propel Grenade. Okay, from there I do my rotation with, I guess you could say this is rotation number 2, is with these grenades. Now, the way I have it set up here is according to volatile munitions. When you use flamethrower or pineapple grenade overlapping volatile nerve gas, area will cause a gas explosion. So what that means is when you activate nerve gas and you activate pineapple grenade, cause an explosion. See that? So with that said, my second rotation is very simple. You just saw part of it is nerve gas, pineapple, nerve gas, pineapple, pineapple. Because you get 3 charges for pineapple and 2 for nerve gas. So let me show you. Let me reload really quick. Okay. So again, my second rotation is nerve gas, pineapple, nerve gas, pineapple, pineapple. Just like that. So I'll show you what it looks like. See? Not only do you do quite a bit of damage, but also you gain the explosion. Alright. That's that. Alright, that's my second rotation, I guess you can say. Third rotation is Magnum. I use this power because of not only does it do quite a bit of damage, it has 6 charges, but for 2 reasons. It always critical hit chance is 100%, meaning you're always going to critical hit. But also 2, this power does not consume any ammo at all. I'll show you what it looks like. See that? No consumption of ammo. And it's very important to know, because with this particular build and the way Punisher works is you always have to reload your powers. And so if, let's just say, your rapid reload, in which I'll explain what it is, when it's in cooldown and you're basically all your power or ammunition is low, you can always use Magnum, and you always critical hit chance. You get 6 charges, but also this power does not consume any ammo. So hence why I use that. Right. The next one is Rapid Reload. So Rapid Reload refreshes all cooldowns and restores all charges for your non-signature powers. Okay, ammo restored 100%, 15-second cooldown. While below 25% maximum ammo, Rapid Reload cooldown minus 5 seconds, and base damage increased by 20%. Buff lasts until the next time you reload, which is really good. So Rapid Reload is, again, literally just what it says. It reloads your ammunition to all your powers. It resets all your powers non-signature. That way you have full ammo. So for instance, right now, actually let me consume all my... See how this is 0 and I can't do anything at all? If I use Rapid Reload, I regenerate, and I'm able to regenerate my ammo as well too. And then I can do my rotation again. Then After that, just use your main spender. And then you can do rapid reload. Do it again. Do it again. It's that easy. And it's important to know.
Give me a second.
Now, some of you, and I'll explain this. You notice how there's no ammo here. And now some of you may be asking, how come you didn't use lightweight magazine? Because lightweight magazine talent, rapid reload automatically activates when you run out of ammo. Okay, and the cost reduction for each power is reduced by 25%. So, to me personally, I prefer, with this build of having no infinity points, I would rather increase my total ammo and have rapid reload consume on one of my power slots. But also too, having this talent increases the total damage by 5%. But again, for the build with having no infinity points, I want that, the maximum ammo. But if I had it, if I were able to utilize my infinity points, I would definitely put it on lightweight magazine. That way, we can reduce the cost reduction. But also too, I can go to my infinity points and increase my ammo by 250 right off the bat. So that way, I can use automatic, rapid reload automatically activates, and I can use another power. But for the sake of this build, since I'm using no infinity points, I'm using high capacity magazine to increase my max ammo, and total damage increases as well too. So yeah. Alright. So again, just to reiterate my rotation, it's really simple. The first is rocket propelled grenade, and then nerve gas, pineapple, nerve gas, pineapple, pineapple, magnum, just main spender. And then if you want, just use your rapid reload, then do it again. And if you want to do signature, and then do it again. It's that simple. It's very, very simple. There you go. It's that logo. Very, very simple rotation. And that concludes my build guide for Punisher. Very simple, pretty straightforward. First thing I do, rocket propelled grenade. After that, nerve gas, pineapple, pineapple. And then magnum, and then move if you have to. You can either use your main spender, burst fire, or you can use rapid reload and redo it again. And then if all your powers are in cooldown and you have no ammo, you can just use your main spender until rapid reload is available. And yeah. So again, this is my build guide for Punisher. I know it's very simple, pretty straightforward. But again, he's very simple and he's not that complicated. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Any requests for certain characters, leave it in the comment section below. If this video was helpful for you guys, again, let me know. That I'm always up for improvement, and any suggestions, I would really appreciate it. And again, this concludes my build guides for Punisher. Again, any questions, comment section below. I am working on a couple of characters. I know some of you have been asking me for Cyclops. He's going to be a little tough because he's a glass cannon, which means he can do quite a bit of damage, but he's very fragile. So I'm working on him, as well as Vision and Colossus as well too, and Jean Grey. So I have a couple lined up, but again, I'll definitely upload them soon. That way you guys can enjoy them. But again, any suggestions for any characters, leave it in the comment section below. If you want to keep up to date with my videos, please do subscribe to my channel. Not only does it help the channel grow, but also means a lot to me as well. And yeah, that's it. This is my build guide for Punisher. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Alrighty, on to the next one.